Hi there guys, iDaniel here. WWDC is now over. Apple did speak about a few things. One of those was the OSX new operating system, which is going to be called El Capitan. Now one of the first features on El Capitan is going to be to find your mouse, where you will wiggle the mouse to make it bigger to see where the mouse is, just to make it easier to find. That's just one of those little features that Apple have put in there for you, as you can see in the pictures that I've included. Now another little feature that Apple have put in there for you is mail swipe. Swipe to the left to delete the mail, and you can swipe to the right to mark that as unread. Another feature then is pin tabs. This one is then in Safari, so you've got your tabs along the top of your page. You get one of the tabs and pull it over there to the left hand side and it will pin it to the left. If you was then, like say for instance, to close down Safari and reopen it, those pin tabs will still be there. Now if you go into a pin tab then, like say you click on a link in the pin tab, that will then open that in a new tab. It wouldn't close the pin tab away, they always remain there until you decide you don't want a pin tab, and you would then just simply remove them. So again guys, Safari again, another feature that Apple have included then is muting a website. Say you're browsing on the internet, you've clicked on a link and then a tab opens that you was unaware of and some music starts playing. You think, where's that music coming from? What you can then do is you can click on the mute button up here, which is going to be up in the top there, you can see on this picture that I've included, and that will mute the music. What you can also do is you can click on there and it'll show you the actual website that is playing that music or video clip it may be, with obviously sound in there, and you've got the option straight from that mute button to close down that website without even having to move away from the window that you was in. So moving on then, Spotlight. Now Apple have made Spotlight more intelligent. You can type into Spotlight something like your favourite baseball team, basketball team, something like this, and what it will do is it will populate a window with the team stats in, the team schedules, so the next matches and stuff like that coming up. The same with weather. If you were to type in the weather there for a particular place, country, city, it would populate the current weather. It would then populate what the weather is going to be like for a weekly forecast. What you can also do then is that you can type in exactly what you're looking for. So for example, a picture from Brian from El Capitan, again as I've included here from the World Conference for you. This also works for mail as well. Now what you can do in mail is you can type in, for instance, emails I've ignored from and the person's name, and it'll show you all of the emails then that you've decided to mark as ignore from that person. One more for you with Spotlight, because the fun doesn't end there. So what you can do then, let's say you're in all files for instance, you can type in there, as an example, files that I worked on last June, and it will populate all of the different kind of file types that you was working on this time last June. So where El Capitan has been made smoother and faster with mission control. What we mean by this then is that it's now easier to bring forward those windows like you would have seen before when you did the finger gesture and brought up all the windows, but then a lot easier to be able to put those windows into full screen mode. Example of full screen then is that if you was having mail for instance in full screen, which we can now do, and you was there with an email up, composing and writing an email in there, and you then saw to the left hand side where you've got your mail down there, another mail come in, what you can do is you can click to one side and this current mail you're working on will move down then to the bottom. What you can then do is quite easily, if there's a picture, let's say, in that mail that you then think you want to forward on to the person you're writing this current mail that you was composing, you can then get that picture and you can drag it down. That mail you was composing will pop back up, and you let go and it pops the image in there for you. Another cool thing then that Apple have done with mail guys is that they've now added tabs. So that's right, if you're composing a mail with a compose box up there, you can then have tabs along the top so that you're composing multiple mails in there. So another thing then guys that I think has been long awaited for the Mac OS operating system is side-by-side window. So the way in which you would do this then is you would click that green button that you normally have there to put the window in full screen, and when you click and hold on there, what happens is you can then drag the window to the left or the right. You'll see it highlight each side of the screen. Again, these pictures are included up here in the corners, okay, and it will then pop and it would snap to half your screen. You would then in the other half see mission control, so all of the other windows, and what you can then do is click on one of those and it will automatically populate that space on the left or the right, whichever one is empty. Of course guys, what you can do is you can decide how much you want each window to be taken up on each side of the screen. So what you can do is drag the bar in the middle and it will adjust that accordingly. So guys, this is going to come in useful then for stuff like when you've got Notepad at one side and let's say you're browsing on a website at the other side. So you could be writing down Notepad of stuff that you need to do, for example, in this picture like a logging camp for instance. You may be browsing on there, pull over a picture, drop it into Notepad. It will also put a nice little image there and a link straight back to the website. And a brief description that it's taken from the website as well. So that is going to be an excellent one to watch out for. So another cool feature then that Apple have also included in there is the opportunity then to be able to, let's say for instance you've got mission control up, you hold a window and you drag it up there and a bar now will appear at the top, and to the very right hand side of that bar you'll have a plus symbol which will say plus desktop. You let go on there and it will then create that window in a separate desktop altogether. Now another thing you can do then is you can also drag the, let's say again mission control, drag that window up to the top there against that bar that's then going to appear, and you can then drop it there and that will make a full size application straight away. Now let's say you've got that full size application window that you've just created and you drag another icon from mission control up again onto that main screen there that you've just made, that full size application, you drop it on top of that one. What will then happen is it will make that into an automatic split screen for you. So these are really fantastic features. Again, there's pictures here demonstrating exactly how that happens. Apple have optimized the performance. They've made it up to 1.4 times faster at app launch, 2 times faster at app switching, up to 2 times faster at FaceTime Mail, and up to 4 times faster opening PDF in preview. So Apple have made deep architectural improvements. They're moving the graphic stacks which apps run on, core animation, and moving them to OpenGL to run natively on top of Metal. So guys, this gives up to 50% faster performance on graphics rendering and up to 40% greater rendering efficiency. This will give better performance for apps and better battery life. So guys, this will also be good then with high performance apps, because what this will do is this will combine the power of OpenCL and OpenGL. Adobe then have reported they have an 8% improvement in rendering effects in After Effects. Okay guys, so then we're coming to near the end now. So Apple then is saying that with Metal there's going to be up to 10 times faster experience in draw call performance with gaming in Metal. Epic then did come in to show off their game Fortnite, of which are some screenshots here. Just showing you and talking about the difference that it's made bringing Metal to the Mac operating system. Apple then are going to be working with other developers and they're going to be bringing Real Engine to those developers as well. So then guys, El Capitan, I think that pretty much rounds it up, but obviously you're wanting to know when you can get your hands on this. Now it's available for developers today. Apple will be doing a public beta again with this operating system, and it will be available as a free of charge upgrade this fall. Again, put any comments there down below. Please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Now obviously if you've got any other videos you want me to do, again hit that down there in the comments, or you can message me on any of my social media sites which are linked on my profile main page.